welcome fans to the Western Fair Sports Center for tonight's GO-JHL game between the London Nationals and Komoka Kings. I'm your host, Sophie Bernier, and as you may have been able to tell from our festive Rogers TV truck out front, today's story of the game, brought to you by Sorcerer Sports, is Happy Holidays. Today's the last game for both these teams before the holiday breaks. The Nationals will be back on January 3rd, and the Komoka Kings will be back in action on the 5th. Now the Nationals have 21 games remaining this season and will be battling hard in the new year for a top-seeded position in this Western Conference standings. I'll send you up now to Kyle and Jeremy for more.
Thanks, Sophie. And we are up here in our nice warm and cozy broadcast booth, all surrounded by the fire, making it nice and neat and warm up here as we get down to some holiday seasons. But before that, we have the Nationals taking on the Komoka Kings, and some big news in the land of the Nationals. A new bench boss is in town, as we have some big changes behind the bench for the Nationals.
Yes, Mike McElveen no longer the Nationals head coach, and Brian McAllister in. And as you can see there on your screen, that was the record for Mike McElveen, 17-8-1. Pretty good record considering the first 3 months that he was the bench boss for this group. But now with Brian McAllister in, see if this group can continue to build up some wins and keep up the pace as they're trying to improve themselves in the Western Conference.
Absolutely. Fantastic start for him, but we'll send down nice low for opening ceremonies.
Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
As we get started here for our opening game, we can see our new bench boss, Brian McAllister, behind the bench, getting ready for his coaching debut here on home ice. But before we get to the game action, we'd like to look at our starting goaltenders between the pipes for the Nationals. No surprise there, Carter Froggatt.
Yeah, we're starting to see the trend of Froggatt getting the home starts as of late, again with a 7-4-1 record, 3.42 goals against average for the Nationals, net mind you. And then down the opposite 200 feet of ice, it's goaltender Matthew Kaprowski on the other side. He has one win so far on the campaign for this Komoka Kings squad, a team that, like we've mentioned, only has 3 wins on the campaign for them this season. So it's going to be interesting to see how this Komoka team responds to a London team that's hungry to continue to push up the Western Conference.
Don't let that 1-15 record fool you, though. An .890 save percentage would be absolutely fantastic for pretty much every team in the league. He's just not getting the goal-scoring help that he needs. A save percentage is actually topping Carter Froggatt on the other end.
Yeah, and I was talking to the general manager of the Komoka Kings, Roop Chander, before the game, and he basically said exactly what you just said, Kyle, is that don't let the record fool you. This team has played a lot of close games, and they like to keep it that way. You know, sure, they only have those 3 wins, but when you keep it close, you know you have a good team in front of you.
Nationals, a team still running hot in the last few games, picking up another couple big wins in the last week, and including another win on the weekend when they took on some interconference play. But we continue down here. Nationals control the puck down low. Nationals sporting their black jerseys tonight for the first time this season. Riley Wood behind the net. He gets it over to Chard. Foul along the boards. Lucas Chard prides it right out front, tries to hit it onto the stick of Milne. Kept in by Scott. Scott puts it on net, and it'll be gobbled up by Kaprowski.
Yeah, good first save there made by Kaprowski. As we're looking at the lineup for the Nationals, one little slight change. We have Blake Aerosmith playing on the left wing tonight. Normally he's been playing on the right side. Aerosmith, he got the overtime winner last night down in Strathroy to be able to get themselves the 2 points. And after having that 4-game losing streak, they've won 3 straight and looking for 4 and potentially a tie for first place after tonight.
That's the one benefit the Nationals have had, is that even with that losing streak, they didn't fall too far behind the LaSalle Vipers as they had their struggles of their own. So another big win here could put the Nationals, as you just said, Jeremy, right back in that hunt for first place, especially with the Christmas break coming up right after tonight. Fagan, he takes a hit from behind the net. Still battling for it. Puck just moved out by Alexander. Up along the walls, comes out to the neutral ice. Nationals still trying to battle for it. Quickly turned over and picked up by Hubin. Sends it over to Lawrence on the near side. Lawrence was pressured by Palmer. Palmer gets the turnover. Right in the middle. Chipman fans on the shot and can't get it through. Bouncing puck gets up to the blue line and does clear as it bounces over the blade of Palmer. Fagan, lead pass off to Palmer. He spins, takes a hit, keeps with the puck. Brings it in, tight, nice pass down low, tries to hit a man right on the doorstep. And puck gets corralled into the corner. Puck sent all the way down into the zone. Hubin, first man on it, he's going to take the body. Puck's put back up the wall, kept in by Milligan. Cross ice pass intended for McNamara, just out of his reach. Now back over to Kopchuk. Back up to McNamara. He's got Gouvernement going right down the gut. Elects to pass it over. Back over to Baldwin. Baldwin takes a shot, puts it right over the net. Kopchuk keeps it at the blue line, sends it back down. Picked up again by Gouvernement. Returning to the lineup again for the Nationals. Gouvernement knocked out, still trying to stay with it on his knees. McNamara driving away at it. There's a stick just hugging in right under his arm. Puck comes up to the blue line, kept in by Fisher. Fisher takes a shot right on net, covered up. And we're going to see our first penalty of the game. And a scrum happening right in front of the Kings net.
And Komoka going to go to the penalty box for the first time in tonight's game. And looking back at last night's matchup for the Nationals, they got the 4-3 overtime victory over the Strathroy Rockets. Atlee Rogers had a power play goal and an even strength goal. And then Milne got himself on the score sheet as well. And Blake Aerosmith got himself the overtime winner last night down in Strathroy. So like we mentioned, those two big key points they got last night, looking to get another two big points in here tonight.
Aerosmith's ability there, picking up that another big goal, 8th of the season for him, leaves Strathroy crying all the way to the end of the game. Puck picked up, back up to the blue line. Downey over to Palmer, back up top to Downey. Going back and forth. Nationals working the power, working the cycle, gets the shot right on net and held onto by Kropowski.
I'm glad to see Downey back on the back end for this Nationals power play alongside Lucas Chard. You're going to see Chard, he does this quite often on the special teams. He'll leave the offensive zone briefly and walk right back inside to try to generate some speed and get a shot towards the net.
Now for a puck right along the wall. Nationals keep it in the zone. Palmer up at the blue line. Sends it over to Downey. Downey looked like he's starting to solidify himself as this top guy on the number one on the power play. Dish down low, Wood holds it in tight, tries to put it right to Palmer on the short side. Stopped up, held right at the blue line by Milne, but can't keep it long enough. Nationals have to regroup. Downey, far side, Chard tips it in. Wood chases after it, put back up the wall. Chard pinned along the boards. Gets some help from Wood, keeps it in. Chard comes in, trying to find that shot out front. Wood battling for position in front of the net. Milne taking that spot in front now. Over to Palmer on the near side. Bobbles the puck, Raff getting in the way of the action. Puck comes out, up to the blue line. Downey holds the line. Sends it down low, 30 seconds left in the power play. Nationals still looking for a clean shot. Chard fans on it. That one just goes wide, picked up by Chard on the near side. Down low again, quick one-timer out front, intended for Milne. But Milne had his back to the play. As puck clears, and all 9 skaters on the ice go off for a change. Second unit out now. Here comes Aerosmith across the blue line. Circled back, hold on to. Fisher's going to cycle back up. Power play expires, back to 5-on-5. Scott back at the blue line. He fans on the pass. Still keeps possession on the Nationals. Waiting for an outlook here is Atlee Rogers. He puts it right in the middle, trying to get a shot on net. Battling for it is Hirsch. And the puck just tips off the pad of Kaprowski and goes behind the net. Puck clears the zone, picked up by Rogers. Lead pass up for Hirsch. Brought inside Milligan, he takes a shot, another chance. Goes off the pad of Froggatt.
Have a look, have a look.
Nationals will collect it and break out of their own zone. Hirsch's pass ends up going off Van Aerenthal's leg. Back up to Aerosmith. He crosses the blue line, Aerosmith waiting. Sends it down low to Rogers. Rogers puts it right back out front, goes off a leg and back in the corner. Aerosmith, great determination, stays with the puck. Waiting for some support as he dumps it in the corner and goes off for a change. Chard back out on the ice, trying to get the puck out of the zone of the Kings, but gets stalled up. Played down low, LePayne puts him out front. Nobody there to get a clean shot. Fagan takes a shot, bouncing puck. Goes up to the top of the circle. Chard's going to keep it in. Now it's stripped to the puck. Coming out with his Hugan. Seth Hugan brings it in, takes a pass, puts it in front of the net, but can't connect. Quick spin, goes all the way back down by Milligan. Collected again, this time by Chanderdat. He takes a shot. That one just flies wide. Shot on net. Froggatt, nice, easily tracks the puck. Lead pass up for LePayne. LePayne's going to try to split the D. Tries to get through. Stopped up, however. Gets some help from Chard up front. Over to LePayne. LePayne falls on the play. Takes a shot and just misses one. Rebound and scores! Lucas Chard finds the back of the net. And the Nationals open the scoring.
Well, the leading point getter for this Nationals team just continues to rack the points up. They get this puck, keep it alive at the line, and then just watch the work down low. Chard has this puck, centering feed, falling down on the play is LePayne, and then it lands right back onto the stick of Lucas Chard. He puts that one 5-hole on Kaprowski, and just like that, the Nationals have a 1-0 lead 7 minutes into this contest.
Lucas Chard, his 11th goal of the season. Quick play down low as the Kings try to get a quick counterattack going. As Hubin tries to bring it right out front. We're going to see a penalty coming, this time to the Nationals. So the Kings are going to get a chance on the power play now. And it'll be Fisher heading to the box.
Yeah, Fisher going off for the hook is right behind the net. You can see it here on the Jerry cam that right there, Fisher gets the stick right into the arms there of Zach Hubin. And so now it's the Komoka Kings' turn to go on the power play. They have the 8th ranked power play at 12.7%, just behind the Nationals, who sit 7th.
Nice little tip play, comes out to Chard. Chard's got one man to beat. He's going to come in. Chard takes the shot. Awkward play, goes right down low on Kaprowski. Chard's going to get some help from Milne, who drives down low. Kings are going to break out. Van Aerenthal's lead pass into the middle for Hubin. Back at the wall again. Milne almost forces the turnover, gets the puck out. Stays in as Chard does get it out. Gets the lead pass up to Van de Ven. Puck brought in the offensive zone. Nationals going to touch up here. They're going to take another penalty here. So we're going to see a minute 17 of 5-on-3 with an interference call coming. Looks like it'll be to Nolan Milne.
Yeah, Milne will go over to the box, but we're going to take a look at this Chard chance short-handed. He gains zone entry, and he does the right thing, gets it off the defender's stick, off of Van Antheral's, as he ends up actually deflecting it back towards his own goal. And then the interference happened just at the Nationals' blue line there, as Milne ended up catching one of the Kings players, trips them up with their skate, and so now it's a 5-on-3 for the next minute 17.
Play comes out, and the Nationals quickly get the clear. And send the Kings all the way back down in their own zone, and they'll have to regroup. Hubin leading the rush. He's going to go right up the gut. Tries to split the deep. Brings it down low. And quick, close play right in front of Froggatt. And a tough save, but just a great individual effort by Hubin.
Well, Hubin just generates lots of speed here in the neutral zone and just ends up splitting the defense, and then Froggatt goes for the poke check, but ends up having to make a pad save, and he hangs on. No rebound available.
Van de Ven with the puck, top of the circle. He's going to try to find a way to get inside. Cross ice over to Hugen. Hugen takes a shot from distance, goes right in tight, and caught right under the arm of Froggatt. And he'll hold on for another whistle.
Yeah, it's interesting to note with Froggatt, we've seen him time in and time out make some pretty awkward saves, and he's not afraid to be aggressive in his crease. You can see on that most recent replay that we showed, he tried to end up making the aggressive poke check / clear. So it's just interesting to see how Froggatt likes to attack the puck.
Van de Ven gets it over to Doyle. Doyle sends it back down low. Nationals going to pick off, trying to clear the zone and do. Great second chance effort by Palmer as he throws a hit to just separate his man from the puck. Kings regrouping, 20 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Brought across the blue line, carrying it down. Cross ice pass right in the middle, takes a shot right off the shoulder of Froggatt. A big hit thrown right behind the net. Van de Ven, he tries to pinch down. Can as the puck goes out and gets past Amthorpe and all the way down the length of the ice. Fisher back on the ice. Kings bring it across the blue line. Puck sent hard around the board, is going to clear. Van de Ven will pick it up in his own end. 23 seconds remaining on the power play. Nationals, a little bit of confusion, only had 3 players on the ice. They get the steal, however, and bring it up. Atlee Rogers, he tries to make a move. Nice poke check and turn around there by Carter Lawrence. Penalty expires, Milne back on the ice. Solid penalty kill for the Nationals. Kings only get 2 shots on net. Lead pass sent up. Brought across the blue line now by Jarvis. Throws the puck around the boards. Picked up by Lawrence on the near side. He'll bank it back behind the net again. Jarvis collects it just inside the blue line. He makes a nice little move. Cuts into the middle. Takes a shot. Blocker saved by Froggatt. Aerosmith gets it off over to Gubermont. Not too surprising to see Aerosmith and Gubermont back on the same line again. These two were developing some great chemistry before the suspension. Up to Downey. Downey, nice little touch pass right into the middle. Baldwin, he's going to carry it below the red line. Still holds onto it, puts it right up to the blue line to Scott. Now over to Downey again. Downey takes a shot. Tip play in front of the net and put right on net. And Kaprowski makes the save and hangs on.
Yeah, another good save on the deflection. But we're going to take a look at some great penalty kill work by Talon Palmer. Just good active stick, gets the puck away, and then he also throws the hit here as well, which actually takes the puck off of that Komoka player and then goes back the other way. So some great penalty kill work from this Nationals team that needs to continue to work on that penalty kill if they want to get themselves in the top rank of the conference in that category.
If they want to start making, it's not just that. If they want to have that noise coming into the playoff, this has to change. Another quick chance down low. Another save by Froggatt. If they can turn around this penalty kill, that gives them a lot better chance of making something happen in the playoffs.
And it, of course, certainly helps when you've got 11 shorthanded goals. And then again, looking at this little 2-on-1 play, nice job there by Froggatt, reading the 2-on-1 breakdown there as the one defender back, knowing that there's a potential guy on the back door. So a good aggressive read there by Froggatt makes the easy save.
Sturton in the face-off draw, wins it cleanly. Quick shot on net. Goes right over top. Milligan tries to hold the blue line, but can't. Lead pass intended for Rogers, gets deflected. Nationals force another turnover. Atlee Rogers, he's going to bring it in. He's got 2 guys with him. Cuts to the middle, puts it on the stick of Hirsch, who gets his stick lifted at the last second. Kings going to try to bring themselves onto the attack. Another quick turnover led by Fisher. He's got 2 with him. Brought over Hirsch to LePayne. LePayne, backhand chance right off the pad of Kaprowski. And the Kings going to bring it back out. Lead pass just a bit too far ahead of Hubin. Has a beautiful potential chance there, all for naught. As he goes for icing back down in the Kings end.
Well, we've seen it from both teams so far in here tonight, trying to make that long stretch pass. You're seeing that more just in the generic game of hockey now, where you send that one forward all the way up high, trying to catch the defense snapping, and there it was a close call, as if that landed on the stick, there was a potential breakaway there for the Kings.
Charged stick has been going flying after he wins the draw. Gets the puck back thanks to Milne. Nationals control the puck down in the Kings zone. Behind the net, Riley Wood streaking out round front, gets the pass right onto the stick of Pace Rock. Puck's turned over, comes out of the blue line, out of the zone is Alexander. Turnover in their own zone off of Anthorpe, and now brought back out over to Chart. Now to Milne. Tries to get it back to Chart, ends up getting tipped. Fagan keeps it in a little bit longer, but the Kings will clear the zone. And they get another steal thanks to Milne. Over to Wood, right in the slot. Riley Wood ditched over to Chard. Chard cross ice attempt. That gets blocked. Great defensive play by Van de Ven. And the Kings going to bring it back out into the offensive zone. Walking in, takes a quick shot right out front. Rebound chance, but no one can get a stick on it. Off a beautiful setup by Anthorpe. Bouncing puck out in the neutral ice. Van de Ven.
Get that red.
He'll pick it up, brings it in the offensive zone. Stops up, trying to get some help. Pins the puck along the boards. Van Ehrenthals, he's going to battle with Fagan. And he's going to come away with the puck, puts it right out front, nobody there. Stolen by Palmer as he's going to try to take a look and find that open pass. Gets it over to Downey on the near side. Downey, drop pass for Aerosmith, a little too far ahead of himself. Puck comes to over the blue line. Down low, driving the net, bouncing puck out front. Another loose chance, but the Kings can't capitalize on the rebound. Palmer, across the blue line, he's going to bring it in front. Passed right in front of the net. He had Chipman sitting right in the slot. Chipman just couldn't handle the bouncing puck. Froggatt comes out to play the puck. He moves it, puts it right off the skate of Chanderdat. They have a dangerous opportunity. And Lawrence will pick it up and just dump it in. Picked up now by Brandon Scott. Waits for the sab, gets it back to Fisher behind the net. Fisher's pass up front, right in front of the net, trying to get a tip in front. Intended for Chipman. Puck gets stolen and picked up now. Carter Lawrence, he'll move back behind the net. Bouncing puck comes out by Walker. Clears the zone, Kings go for a change. Kotsar, bouncing puck just goes off the back wall and forces Froggatt to make an awkward play. Picked up now by Baldwin. Baldwin's got speed, he's gonna bring it in. Puts it right out front, tries to hit Chipman in front of the net. That's 3 times now we've seen Chipman right in front, right place, but that bouncing puck will not settle down for him. Fagan takes a shot, goes off a leg, pack it over right in front again. Guvermont tries to take a shot this time. Back over to Fagan. Fagan takes a shot, that gets blocked, gets the puck right back. Elects to dump it into the corner. Big run taken by McNamara. Takes another hit. The wrecking ball, that is number 67 in black tonight. Puck picked up now by Baldwin. He'll bring it across the blue line. He's got McNamara right down the middle. Tries to hit him with the pass. McNamara's stick did lift at the last second. Down in the corner. Puck's picked up by Hubin. He'll try to move it out. Stolen again. McNamara puts it in front this time. Tries to get it set up on Baldwin. Kings doing a great job in front of their net, getting lots of stick lifts, making sure these Nationals can't get any clean passes through. Pace Rod picks it up, tries to clear the zone, ends up hitting a Nationals player on the bench. So we'll get a face-off and slow it down just a bit.
Yeah, fast-paced action.
Our first period is brought to you by Great White Wealth Management as we continue with the face-off down in the Nationals end.
A couple of interesting plays. We've seen the Nationals in their defensive zone make some interesting choices. And then down at the other end, like you mentioned, Chitman had already 3 chances right place, just can't catch it.
Looks like they didn't freeze the pucks well enough, maybe. Puck brought in now, Atlee Rogers. He'll carry it down low. Tries to put it right out front. He had LePayne right in the slot. Quickly turn around. Here come the Kings. Van Ehrenthal, so he tries to put it in front of the net. Tip play, finds the puck right back. Sent around the boards, picked up by Jarvis on the near side. He fights off a hit. Gets it over to Riley Alexander behind the net. Nationals get a steal, picked up now by Rogers. Rogers passed a little too hard, but picks off the counter pass by the Kings and gets the puck in the offensive zone. Hirsch sets the situation, nice little move. He gets taken down, he's going to draw a penalty. And going down is Jack Jarvis as he takes Hirsch down to the ice. So the Nationals will get a 2-minute penalty here. Just under 3 minutes left in the first.
Yeah, nice little inside-out move made by Hirsch, and then the stick gets right into the skates thereof Hirsch, and so Jarvis will go for the trip. Good zone entry there by the Nationals. Atlee Rogers drove that play inside, and he ended up actually colliding with a 2 defense, which actually created the space for Hirsch to draw that penalty, and so the Nationals will go on to the power play, something else on the special team that they need to continue to get themselves on track.
Yeah, you keep your feet moving, good things happen, and Hirsch demonstrates that with that play. If the Nationals can capitalize here and extend the lead, that makes everything even better. As the puck comes right in front of the net, and Korpowski makes the save and holds on. So we'll have another whistle inside the King zone.
Yeah, good attempt there by Downey. Tried to generate a low shot so that it can maybe be tipped up high by the likes of Charter Mill. If they get themselves more into the middle of the ice, that's type of the results that they want to see.
Held onto by Downey. He'll send it behind him to Chard. Back up to Downey. Chard gets a nice clean pass over to Palmer, and that pass intended for Downey at the top of the blue line, but he was not ready for it. As the Nationals have to regroup again. Chard cross the blue line. Drop for Palmer. Palmer cross ice. Walking in, takes a shot, shoots, and scores! Finds its way through traffic, and Michael Fisher makes it 2-0 Nationals.
Well, Fisher pops the bottle on that play. Good wrist shot from the top of the dots, and he's able to find that through traffic. As once again, Lucas Chard starts with this puck, and he ends up moving D to D, or basically forward to D as Palmer has it, and then Fisher just throws it towards the net. And those, like you mentioned, good things happen when you put it to net. Just that simple wrist shot, not too much traffic, just goes up and over the blocker of Korpowski. 2-0 Nationals.
Michael Fisher, his first goal as a member of the Nationals and first goal of the season. You know, it's got to feel good if you're number 5. Puck sent down low. Fisher, he's going to battle for it. He's going to take his man hard down to the ice. King's going to try to break it right out front. Stolen by Rogers. Rogers gets it over to Hirsch. Hirsch, nice little move again. Continues to use his footwork to his advantage, opening up space for himself. Hirsch tries to carry it down right through the slot. Picked up now by Rogers. Rogers spins and fires. Tipped over the net. Kept in by Kopchuk. He'll send it down along the boards. Kopchuk tries to keep it in. Bouncing puck stays in as well. Great work by LePayne helping him out. Puck sent back behind the net. Walker's going to try to clear it around the boards. Gets it up to the blue line, but Rogers keeps it in. Some hard work by this team by the Nationals. Fisher tries to put it back out front. That gets stolen off his stick. Nice little kick pass by Rogers, but ends up coming out of the zone off the stick of Hirsch. Just under a minute remaining here in the first. Nationals trying to get one more on the board if they can. Rogers, cross-ice pass, brings it over. LePayne can't take the shot. Another good defensive play by the Kings. And they've done a pretty good job of keeping the Nationals shooters to the outside and minimizing chances. Shots 11-11 so far here in the first.
Yeah, you can see that the Nationals are carrying a lot of the momentum here in tonight's game, and the Kings have just been throwing pucks towards the net. And for Kapowski, 9 saves so far on the night, as the Nationals haven't exactly had any golden scoring opportunities. They've had shots from the outside that have ended up working for them so far, with both Chard and Fisher scoring the 2 goals for London.
Another big hit by McNamara, right on the boards. And the puck comes out, Nationals get a tip. Alexander tries to bring it in. Fagan's going to send it right back in the neutral ice. Sturton's going to try to move it back in. He's going to take a couple hits. Puck's brought down low. Trying to move it just out of the boards. Picked up by Baldwin. He's got a little space. And that will do it here for the first period. Nationals do a great job putting up 11 shots on both sides. But the Nationals capitalized twice, including 1 power play goal, as they will take a 2-0 lead heading into the first intermission. We'll be back with more here on Nationals hockey on Rogers TV.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Santa Claus is coming to town.
Now playing all Christmas music. Easy 101.3.
Hi, can I take your order? Hello?
Oh, hey. Wait, what was the question?
Let me guess. 1 driving high combo, extra baked?
No. Could I get a burger with a side of fries?
Think you're a better driver when you're high? Think again. Smoking weed affects reaction time and concentration. A message from Mad Canada.
Welcome back, fans. I'm joined with Komoka Kings defenseman Owen Van de Ven. Now, Owen, I'd like to just start by congratulating you. You've been named to the Top Prospects game on December 27th. What's the excitement like for that?
It's pretty cool to just play in that game. I mean, I'm pretty excited about it. I got a bunch of friends on the team too, so that's pretty cool.
You've been recently acquired from the St. Thomas Stars. What's that transitioning process been like?
It's been pretty good. Coaches have been well. They've talked to me a lot about stuff to do, things to work on. It's been pretty good. I got a bunch of friends here too, so it's been well.
Do you have any fun holiday plans coming up?
No, nothing.
Okay, well, good luck in the game. And we'll be right back with more London Nationals hockey after this.
Welcome to the traditional, ancestral, unceded territory of the Stalo people. The Stalo are people of the river. I'm so thankful for the courage and resiliency of our ancestors who lived on this land since time immemorial. Each of us have gifts from the Creator, and our Creator has a plan and purpose to be fulfilled in our territory. As we embrace our traditional teachings, we can lead the next generation into the fullness of what our Creator designed. Our shared history reveals a broken relationship. But as all Canadians commit to hear truth, acknowledge injustice, we can learn to walk in our traditional way, Letsamot, with a good heart and a good mind. Then all of our lives will be enriched. Kwasai.
After a night out with your friends, not having a plan for a safe ride home can leave you in a bad spot. You could end up riding in a police car, an ambulance, or a hearse. These unplanned modes of transportation can be a costly choice and do not take you home. Your plan could include a designated driver, a taxi, or public transit. Drink responsibly, choose your ride, and have a plan for a safe ride home.
Visit arrivealive.org to find out more.
Starting up in the new year, you can watch Play and Win every Monday night at 8 p.m. with Optimus TV Bingo on Rogers TV. Cards are available at multiple London locations and are good for all 3 games. Weekly jackpots total $3,000. Back here at the Western Fair Sports Center, we are in our nice, cozy broadcast booth as the Nationals taking a cozy 2-0 lead after 20 minutes of play.
Yeah, very cozy 2-0 lead. Both teams ended up with 11 shots on the net, which is quite rare to see here, both teams being able to generate those shots. But again, the Nationals just getting into the right areas, getting the scoring opportunities, getting Michael Fisher his first goal as a National. And then, of course, to start off, it's this Lucas Charges getting a shot off a fanned opportunity in front by Milne. Lucas Charges continues putting up the points.
Yeah, no problems at all by Chard. And this is just a great hustle on the second chance effort by Fisher. Picking the puck up off the rebound, coming out to him at the blue line, picking up the power play goal, what the Nationals really needed in this contest here. And you have points all over the place now as well. You can see there Chard from Fagan and LePaine, and then Fisher from Palmer. So the Nationals doing a good job getting offense from all over the place, exactly what they need in this contest. And to see the offense coming alive on that power play as well. The special teams look slightly different from what we can see so far with McAllister behind the bench. I know he hasn't had a whole lot of time to really work with the team, but so far it looks pretty solid.
Yeah, they've just made a few slight adjustments on their special teams, and it's worked well for them so far. Sure, that first power play didn't go the way they wanted, didn't really generate any shots towards the net, but you're seeing good things. You're seeing them with the puck movement. You're seeing a guy like Jeremy Hirsch use his feet quite often so far in this game so far. So the Nationals are making those slight adjustments, and once those adjustments come to fruition, you'll see the numbers go up.
Absolutely. Now, when the Nationals did manage to get 2 behind Kaprowski here tonight, but what we really saw a lot is this is a goaltender who really shows out to play. That 1-in-15 record means absolutely nothing when you watch how he plays. He's good fundamentals to his game, great positioning, and has done a great job tracking a lot of these pucks coming his way.
When you've got an .891 save percentage, that normally is a good enough number to keep your team in the games, and only being down by 2 so far in this contest, you can see why Krapowski is a guy that can keep Komoka in the games. They just need to continue to get the offense going. But Krapowski is a very square goaltender. You don't see too many loose pucks in front. He's very sound at the top of his crease.
Absolutely. And now on the other end of the ice, Carter Froggatt, he's getting a lot busier of a night than we typically see here on home ice. But he stood up to the challenge so far, making 11 of 11 so far.
Yeah, picture perfect so far for Carter Froggatt. He's had a bit of an interesting night, made a few interesting saves. He made one off of a bit of a poke check type play, fanned on that poke check opportunity, but still made the blocker save. This 2-on-1 would probably be his best save so far in the opening 20 minutes, as he was able to read the backdoor play and notice that and get right over and make that sound square save. So Froggatt so far in tonight, make those 11 saves. We'll see if he can continue to keep that number where it is.
Seen a lot of physicality in this contest as well, really driven by, no surprises, Quinn McNamara, who's done a lot of great job with this team to really push the physicality and get his style of play going in this game, and the Nationals are just implementing their will on the Kings throughout this contest so far.
Well, if you were to keep a stat of the amount of hits the Nationals thrown, Quinn McNamara will be leading that board by a plenty as he just continues to throw his weight around, and that's one of the reasons that he got selected to be a part of the top prospects game later on this season, is the ability to throw that physical weight around and then be able to put the puck in the back of the net as well.
Absolutely, and you can see just from the play he's grown as a player throughout this season so far. He is one of the guys who deserves to be there from his performance. Now, the other thing I wanted to point out tonight, so far that I've seen tonight, we talked about the power play and how that's looked a lot better. The penalty kill was absolutely just astounding for the Nationals. The Kings had a 5-on-3. Only got 2 shots on it, and none of them were all clean looks right at the net. Frog could see it the whole way. And the Nationals are not taking those unnecessary risks, and that's paying off a lot so far.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You're seeing just them doing a great job of boxing out that Komoka power play, and especially a guy like Talon Palmer, who you sometimes would see be aggressive on that penalty kill. He's being very tight, and when he has that opportunity, when the puck's right near his feet, he's been able to get the puck, clear it out, and you saw there on that 5-on-3, which ended up being killed off, he got the puck outside the blue line through the hit and allowed the Nationals to get outside and make the change. So guys like Palmer playing now special teams, especially on the penalty kill, you're seeing the results here tonight.
Absolutely, and we'll see if that continues here. Nationals up 2-0 after 20 minutes of play. We'll be right back with our second period of action here on Rogers TV.
Johnny wanted to go back home. It was 1,000 kilometers away. They forced him to go to the Indian residential school. More than 150,000 of us children had to go. They wanted to change us.
Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name.
Hallowed be your name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done. Kill the Indian and the child. It's been called cultural genocide. I survived residential school. My brother Johnny did not.
Chani Wenjack was one of thousands of children who died due to Canada's residential school system. More than 80,000 survivors and their families still live with its legacy today.
For 25 years, you've been helping to make our roads safer by doing the right thing. You've been the designated driver, you've stayed over, called home, you've called a cab or a friend, and planned ahead. Let's keep doing the right thing. Support sober driving by getting yourself and your friends home safely.
Do the right thing.
Visit ArriveAlive.org to find out more. Arrive Alive. Drive sober.
As we get set here for our second period of action, we take a look at our next contest here on Rogers TV. That'll be January 10th as the Nationals take on the Shadow Maroons. Same time, same place here on Rogers TV. And it has been an interesting last few weeks here to this Nationals roster. Obviously, aside from bringing in a new coach behind the team, they lost that 4-game losing streak and have quickly turned that around, picking up a lot of good points here, and have managed to claw their way back into that top contention in the standings.
Yeah, only a few points behind the LaSalle Vipers, who play the Chatham Maroons tonight down inside LaSalle. So we'll keep an eye on that contest, because if LaSalle does not get the win, the Nationals have that opportunity to put themselves in a tie for first place with those Vipers, though LaSalle would have the tiebreaker for the season head-to-head matchup. But again, London, if they can continue just to get those points and chip away, they're going to be able to get themselves inside of first place and keep up with that Viper team.
Last, just before the break as well, we talked about the top prospects game coming out. We talked about how Tom Palmer is one of those people as well. We see also Aerosmith will also be part of that top prospects game, and you can see both these guys are having solid seasons now. Aerosmith falling up to that point per game pace, and Palmer slightly below, but has been a key factor of the offense all season long.
Yeah, both players have been contributing to this Nationals lineup, especially a guy like Talon Palmer, who's playing all roles with this team, and that's being a true leader on this club. And then the addition of Aerosmith as well, and then PJ Fagan and Quinn McNamara, like we mentioned earlier, they're on Team Passero, and for those two guys, it's also good honors as well, as they on the back end for Fagan he's 7th currently in defensive points in the league, so that's one of the reasons why he's going. And then, like when we showed that physical pack of McNamara. He brings that physical style of game, something that I'm sure that many prospects would like to see.
Yeah, Quinn McNamara, his game isn't the flashiest out there, but he gets the job done, and he makes sure you know exactly where he is at all times. And almost the opposite for when you see what we see out of PJ Fagan. It's all flash. He just holds that when he has that puck. Amazing skater, and does a great job moving that puck whenever it's on his stick. Back down low. The Kings come up with the face-off early and then drive it right down to the national zone. Get the turnover. Back up to Van de Ven at the blue line. He'll hang on to it. Gets it over to Matthews. Matthews, he takes a shot, goes through traffic, almost gets tipped in front of the net. Kept in by Alexanders. He sends it down low. That gets stolen by the Nationals. Here comes Lucas Chard. Chard gets his pocket pick. And the puck we brought back out up to the blue line for Anthorpe. Apthorpe will bring it out. Stolen off his stick again. Great work by Van de Ven. There's a puck sent behind the net. Over to Milne. Milne, cross-ice pass. Gets the puck up to the red line. Now over to Chard. Chard's going to carry it down low below the red line. Sends it back up to the blue line for Fagan. He takes a shot right on net. And gloves saved and held onto by Korpowski.
Yeah, pretty routine save there by Korpowski there as Fagan just threw that wrist shot on the net. Pretty simple. And again, with Owen Van de Ven, he's going to bring more of that leadership style to this Komoka Kings club. Again, having 21 points on the back end. He is just above PJ Fagan now, as Fagan now only has one less point than him, with Fagan getting an assist in that first period.
Puck brought out, trying to pick off out of mid-air by Aerosmith. He's going to send it down low for Chipman. Chipman backhands it out in front of the net, but nobody there. Puck comes out. Skirt gets it over, brought in front of the net, but that gets stolen by the Nationals. They try to clear the zone, get it to the blue line, but keeps in. Great work by Walker. Hard work again. Hugen, he'll bring it down low. Nationals get the puck right back, bring it out of the zone, but quickly sent back in again. Froggatt leaves it for Fagan. Fagan's lead pass, that gets tipped. Comes out. Palmer will pick it up and lead pass up to Chipman. Chipman cross ice right in front of the net, trying to get the one-timer going, but just out of the reach of Aerosmith. Puck comes all the way down. Fagan's going to find it behind the net. Tries to battle for it, and Aerosmith spins around behind and brings it down low. Trying to work his way up to the slot. Lead pass up for Chipman. Chipman bounces it off a leg. Now gets it over to Pace Roth. This little backhand pass puts it behind the net. Palmer gets his stick lifted. Doyle's going to bring it back the other way for the Kings. He's going to try to work his way up to the middle. Stolen on the stick of Kopchuk. Down goes Froggatt. And some great work in front as Kopchuk is going to get the puck up to the blue line as the Nationals get it out. But a scary attempt for the Kings. Shot on net, scores! Quick spin and fire as Austin Gubermont makes it 3-0.
Well, welcome back into the lineup, Austin Gubermont, as he just rips this puck up top shelf where Mama hides the cookies. They're actually going to go out and be presented to Santa in a couple of days, as again, just good zone entry by Gubermont. Walks into the middle of the ice, that spin fire, and just again another water bottle pop as he gets that one, the second in this game. And for Gubermont on the season now, his 7th on the campaign, as he's continuing to show his offensive prowess.
That's a 3rd or 4th time now we've seen Gubermont just whip out that absolute beautiful wrister. And it just comes out of nowhere when he looks like he's in full coverage. But just another great play and just hard work gets the Nationals to extend the lead once again. It's now not even 5 minutes into the second period. The Nationals now have a 3-0 lead. Fisher battling for the puck behind the net. Lead pass intended for McNamara. Gets tipped before it can get to him and now sent behind the net to Kopchuk. Kopchuk takes it. He's going to throw it hard around the boards all the way down into the Kings zone. Force a turnover, Nationals get it in. Walking in, take the shot right off the crossbar. Absolute beautiful shot by Rogers. Puck beat deflected into the offensive zone. Krusenberg couldn't quite get it. Krusbergen couldn't quite get it on net. Rogers is going to try to bring it down low. He throws a beautiful hit behind the net. Hirsch stays with the puck. He's going to try to bring it in front. It gets stolen off his stick. Coming out is Jarvis. Nationals get a steal again. Downey working the puck out. Gets it up to Hirsch. Hirsch has one man to beat. Tries to bring it in. Quick stick work by Walker. Gets it out. Puck back into the National zone. Downey collects it. Circles back. He's got Scott with him for support. Lead pass up to LePayne. LePayne's going to thread it down into the far corner. Hit thrown right at the boards. Nationals going to have to regroup again outside of the zone, but still maintain possession. Lead pass up to Rogers. Rogers bobbles it, but keeps with it and holds on and brings it across the blue line. LePayne's pass. He tries to get up to LePayne, but that gets stopped. Puck brought up Skirt, and he tries to bring it in. Van Arenthal's right with him as Skirton still holds on the puck. Sends it back down into the corner. Cross-ice pass put right out front. Trying to hit his man in Korab right in front of the net. Hirsch deflects it in. Fagan comes down, lays the body. Puck comes up, clears the blue line. Fusion can't get anything going on it as Nationals bring it right back in thanks to Fagan. Up to Hubin. Cross the blue line, in low for Alexander. Ethan Alexander, he gets stripped of the puck. Comes the line, now picked up by Fagan. Fagan sent it around the board, stolen again by Alexander. Moved down into the corner. Alexander holds, he takes a shot, bounces awkwardly off the shoulder of and out. And it sounds like the net is off its moorings from that last save from Carter Froggatt.
Man, we'll take a look at this crossbar chance here by Atlee Rogers as he gains the zone. He tries to go over the blocker's side there of Kropowski, and he almost puts it underneath. He just gets flush of the bar, and then they go the other way as Komoka had a chance there as well. And then the play got blown down for the net coming off.
Set behind the net, Kopchuk moves up to Milne on the near side. Can't quite get a hold of it as Milligan will just send it back down. Down in the corner, National still trying to get possession right back. Kings applying a lot of pressure and forcing him to try to make a mistake. Good hard work down low again. This turnover forced by Chanderdak. Kings trying to hold it in, but can't. Chard's going to break it out. Up to Wood. Wood gets it up to the blue line, and Milligan just gets caught up with Milne right at the blue line, and he will go offside.
And could go out the line there by Hudson Gagne, one of the linesmen, right on that play as Milne kind of got taken out just at the last second. Off by the stride there for the offside. And so now face-off will come right in front of us here at our cozy broadcast spot.
Nationals carried across the blue line. Drop pass for Aerosmith. Aerosmith takes a shot and glove down. Beautiful save by Koprowski.
Every time that we've seen Blake Aerosmith have the puck on his stick and he gets that shot ready to load, it just comes on and off of his stick. That quick flex of the stick, just the strength of Aerosmith to get that shot from the stick to the load onto the net is very quick.
Matthews going to send it right out to the middle. Picked up now. Brought across the blue line by Van de Ven. He gets that drop pass onto the stick of Farley. Nationals get a steal. Sent out behind the net for Kopchuk. Kopchuk, lead pass intended for Aerosmith. Ends up going between his feet. And Van de Ven's going to send Farley back the other way. Try to get the pass in front. Great defensive play by Kopchuk, just getting down on the ice and blocking the pass. Will stop the 2-on-1.
Yeah, just a great defensive play there by Kopchuk as he's just able to not allow the pass option to come across, and Carter Froggatt easily able to make that save there. Shots are still pretty much evened up. Both teams only have 3 shots so far through the first 8 minutes of the contest. Now 14 apiece.
Puck comes out. Guvermont bows for it, gets it over to Downey, who will have it behind the net. Downey's got room to operate. He's going to carry it across the blue line into the offensive zone. Nice little toe drag. Still holds on to the puck, brings it behind the net. Sends it back up to the blue line. Over to Scott. Scott takes a shot and scores! Brandon Scott finds a way to get the puck through. And in back-to-back weeks, Scott finds the back of the net at home.
And just another solid wrist shot from the point from Brandon Scott. We saw it last Wednesday down on the other side of the rink, and here there's lots of traffic out in front. Good screen there by McNamara, and Scott's just able to beat Kaprowski again on the blocker's side. His second in as many weeks here at the Western Fair Sports Center. He's going to maybe give Jeremy Hirsch a run for his money, as Hirsch has scored exclusively here at the Western Fair Sports Center.
Huge hit thrown by Fagan right off the draw. Sorry to interrupt you, Jeremy, but what a play as Fagan just lights up. And that will be skirting as he tries to carry the puck out of the off the dot. Play it down low. Kings try to break it out and they will clear the zone. They picked up and sent right back in. As LePayne's going to chase right after it. Milligan's going to throw it up the boards. Comes up to the blue line. Fagan can't handle it. And it'll go all the way down the length of the ice. No icing because Fagan was the last one to touch it. Pace Roth pins his man along the boards. Gets up to LePayne on the far side. Back up off the wall. Hubin. He tries to keep it in, and they do. Down to Hubin behind the net. Just spinning around, trying to find that open pass. Puts it right in the slot. One-time attempt by Hugin. And that one just fanned on and can't quite get much on it. Nationals bring it out across the blue line. Rogers just going to try to drive down low. Puts it through the blue paint. LePayne just out of reach to get a hold of it. We're going to see a penalty coming here to the Kings as the puck is touched up. And we'll see a high sticking call coming. And it'll be headed to Zach Hubin.
And again, just a good play there as the high stick goes to Hubin. Now we're going to take a look at the PJ Fagan hit right off the draw, right into your living room right there as Fagan just gets it right off the draw. 2 hands to the chest, lowers the boom. As we know, Fagan likes to throw his weight around too, and right there showcases why.
Yeah, when you get the beautiful chance to tee up a guy crystal clear and nice and clean, you take the opportunity and it's just separate man from puck. Picked up now by Fisher. He's going to bring the Nationals in. Nationals 1 for 2 so far tonight on the power play. Aerosmith holds on to it, brings it down below the red line, fans on the pass, trying to get it back up to Rogers. And the Kings will clear the zone and send it down the length of the ice. Nationals running 2 defensemen on the second power play unit. Now you have Fisher out there with the goal scorer in Scott. Both Fisher and Scott actually have goals on the night tonight. Here comes Hirsch. Hirsch going to try to bring it out front. Aerosmith over to Scott. Now to Fisher. A little bit of pitch and catch between the 2 D-men. Walking in, Fisher fans, takes a slap shot, but only catches it up high on Jarvis. Jarvis going to bring it down. He'll clear the zone. Minute gone here. National switching up, bringing out the first unit. Hirsch across the blue line and just offside. As coming right off the bench is one of the Nationals players and wasn't able to stay on side with the play.
Yeah, once again, another close call at the blue line as one of the Nationals forwards was just going off the ice as they had entered the offensive zone. 48 seconds to go here for this Nationals power play. Shots now 15-14 favoring the Nationals.
Puck comes out, clears the length of the ice. Downey will collect it behind the net. He gets a lead pass up. Over to Palmer on the near side. Palmer Continues to carry the puck, brings it behind the net. Back up to the blue line. Downey over to Chard on the near side. Chard and Downey going back and forth. Ray and tight, takes the chance, and beautiful tip play by Wood, but just goes wide. Great idea. Chard again. He's going to try to find that open shot. Puts it on net. Picked up behind the net by Milne. Penalty expires. 3 seconds left. Chance for one more shot. They can. Over to Chard in the middle of the ice. Chard back over to Wood. Wood can't get a shot off. Back to the point. Downey winds up, fires right beside the net. Collected again by Palmer. Kept it at the blue line. Nationals still running this like the power play. Palmer's going to bring it in right into the slot. Milne takes a shot. Patted away by Poprowski. Nationals try to keep it in, cannot anymore, as it's going to be picked up by Ethan Alexander, who sends a lead pass all the way over. Hugin goes flying out, the diving save by Froggett. Back up, Milne tries to get it by. He had a man with him. And the Kings get the puck right back at the red line. Another hit, this time by Downey right in front of the National, in front of the Kings bench. Lead pass here for the Nationals, bring it up by Baldwin. Nationals just throwing the body every chance they get here. A complete different mentality we're seeing from this Nationals team over the last little bit. A big mix-up right behind that play. And we're going to see a penalty coming here as fists are flying. As the helmet comes off and just everything, chaos going on in the corner.
Well, just when you think you've seen it all, everything else just seems to happen. And just, we'll start with Carter Froggett. As Froggett, again, we know he likes to be very adventurous out on the ice. And here on this play, just watch, Hugin's all alone. Out comes Froggett, Superman dive, knocks down Hugin. And then all the way down the other way, we see this start as, again, between Milligan down low, as he's just wrapped up all over as two Nationals are tied up there, and then Baldwin is involved as Milligan just starts throwing the fists. The mask comes off as him and Baldwin just get into a UFC type wrestling match, and a tough time trying to get both guys off of each other as Milligan has gone. I'm assuming his game is done for the penalty. It looks like
his is done for his helmet also coming off during the play as well. Baldwin's in the box as well. But right before we even got the camera on it, that was actually, you had Milligan in there with Baldwin and McNamara, who was caught up in all of that as well. McNamara got out just before the fists started flying. So the utter chaos in the corner. Just from this game, as these are two teams, like, doesn't matter where either team is in the standings right now, whether it is the Komoka Kings or even the Lambton Shore Predators. These are two franchises that do not like each other and have always found a way to start up the extracurriculars when it comes to any contest between these two teams.
And now you see both referees at the penalty keeper's box just having the conversation as to what they want to do with that situation. Clearly with Milligan, his game is going to be done, as you mentioned, Kyle, for the fact that his helmet did get removed, and it wasn't the fault there of Baldwin, as he was just being held up completely. And then Milligan just continued to throw punches Baldwin's way. Baldwin at that point is just defending himself, and he's going to be in the box for, I probably believe, 2 minutes, maybe potentially 2 and 10 minutes for a head contact, possibly. And we'll see what comes out of this for Milligan.
Very well could be the situation we're looking at here. Take another look at what happened possibly in leading up to all of this, as you can see Baldwin and Milligan starting to get into it down in the corner.
And it's at that moment where those two are already tied up, and then tied in there as well as actually Austin Gouvermont. And then there's what the original penalty was for the shot towards Baldwin, and then just Milligan at that point is just continuing to throw the fist, and then the wrestling match is on as they end up going all the way down into the corner boards. So again, the conversation is still being had here with the referees and the one linesman, as they want to make sure that they saw everything that was happening, and then any potential stuff that might have been said on the way out as well. So we'll see what the penalties are as newly appointed captain of the Kings, Justin Skirton, he's there as well with Logan Paceroth. Surprising not to see Riley Wood, the captain of Nationals. Normally the referees would call both captains over to explain the situation, but Paceroth got the explanation and is now going to give it to Brian McAllister. And out of all of this, I feel that the Nationals should be getting a power play out of this, just because of the fact that Milligan started it with that punch, and that was going to be the original penalty.
And it comes down to it that what happened down in the corner as well. Yeah, it was Milligan who's the one leading the rush with this. Even though, like, obviously both players get penalties for this, you should get the extra one on Milligan. And he's, as we said, he's already down the tunnel. He's done for the night. So we're still waiting on finding out exactly what's happening from the refs as they're still talking to the booth here. Still 7:35 remaining here in the second period. 4-0 is your score in favor of the Nationals. That says 7 minutes up on the board right now for Milligan.
So potentially this is a 5-minute major for either head contact or fighting, and then plus an additional 2. We'll see what they end up announcing and putting on the game sheet. So we have a potential 7-minute power play here for the Nationals, as you can just see the frustration from the Kings as well. As going to serve this penalty for the next 7 minutes is going to be Deegan Crossbergen as he's going over. So head coach Ruben Nador is not going to be happy with that, as for the pretty much remainder of the second period, the Nationals are going to be on the power play.
We did see something like this last season as well, so very curious to see how it comes about, but Nationals will take advantage of the 7-minute power play here and can see if they can extend their lead, as they will be on the power play for almost the entirety of the remaining time here in the second period. Back up top, Downey over to Chard. Chard back up to Downey. Little tic-tac-toe pass, it goes right on net. Another great save by Koprowski. Back up again, over to Chard. Chard trying to find that open shot. Cross-ice pass just a little too far behind Palmer, and Palmer's going to have to regroup. Palmer gets some space. Carries across the blue line, drop pass for Lucas Chard. Chard brings it in front, tipped it right in front of the net, and Koprowski makes a beautiful save off the Riley Wood tip at point blank.
Yeah, so we've just received the penalty information. So Baldwin's going off for 2 minutes for roughing, and then Milligan got 2 minutes for instigator/aggressor, then gets a second instigator/aggressor, plus a 5-minute major for fighting. So the first instigator/aggressor to Milligan and Nolan Baldwin's roughing penalty will negate. So that just leaves that 7 minutes left on the board. And so if London were to score here on inside of this, the 2-minute penalty, they would still have that 5-minute major as well. So like we mentioned, the remainder of the second period, we're gonna see the Nationals on the power play for now 5 minutes.
Beautiful little move by Fisher to take the zone, and he's gonna hold on to the puck. Fisher dished it down low to Aerosmith, over to Scott. Back to Fisher, takes a shot right on net, and Koprowski sees it all the way, and he'll hang on to the puck. Kings doing some quick changes here. Just when you're going to be on the penalty kill this long, you got to make sure you're getting the short changes and keep everybody fresh as much as you can.
Yeah, the bench starting to become short for the Kings, down by 4. Only down to 1 player.
Puck is a hard throw right off the boards, kept in by Fisher. Gets it over to Aerosmith. Back to Fisher at the blue line. Now to Scott. Down low for Rogers. Rogers puts it right out front. Backhand attempt by Hirsch as he fans on it, and the Kings are going to get the clear. Quick aggressive play by Froggatt. Going to send the puck all the way back down. He's actually going to go for an icing. as Frogage passed a little too far ahead of any of his teammates. So we'll have a face-off to his right.
And so now with 5 minutes and 11 seconds left on the power play again, it's going to be interesting to see what Brian McAllister does for this power play unit, actually for both units, as you're going to want to continue to roll your lines and try to get guys out there and change power play looks. Again, something the benefit to have being up by 4 is you can try to change your power play looks to see what's going to work here on your special teams.
Here comes Hirsch. He's going to bring it into the offensive zone. 2 minutes already gone here in the power play. The Nationals bring it right out front, trying to drive the net is Hirsch, as he's going to pick the puck out of midair, still trying to battle for it. Pinned late on the boards by Carter Lawrence. Puck squeaks out. Scott tries to pinch up for it, but they will clear once again. Frogate gets a piece of it. Drops it for Fisher. Nationals rotating out, bringing out that top unit again. Drop pass for Downey. Downey's got room. He's going to carry it right up the gut. Stops right over the blue line. Leaves it over as the Nationals collect it down low. Cross-ice pass over to right in front, back in front of the net. Palmer swings but just misses it. As Kaprowski gets another pad on it, as Frogate gets a nice lead pass up to Chart. Chart across the blue line. He's going to try to cut through the middle. Drop pass for Riley Wood. Back up to Chart. Chart tip play in front of the net to Milne. And just puts it a little too much, and a little too much juice on that tip. Back over to Chard, down low, Wood, tip play in front of the net again, and Kaprowski tracks it well and gets the save as back on the ice comes Nolan Baldwin.
Yeah, it's a good job by the Nationals working it from high to low. Again, just trying to generate a little shot as the Kings do a good job of just closing up anything in sight, not really allowing much shooting lanes for the Nationals so far on this power play now with only 3.5 minutes left in it.
Puck comes out. Nationals are collected in their own zone again. Bring it up to the blue line into the offensive zone. Palmer waits. Dishes up to Chard. Back up to the blue line for Downey. Downey takes a shot from distance. That gets tipped up high and right over the net. Chard finds it again. He's going to just swing away, try to put it back out front. Wood does. Gets up to Palmer, who drops for Downey. Downey to Chard. Nationals just not doing a great job with the crisp passing, so they can't get these one-timers off, but still maintaining possession. Downey, right over. Palmer just fans on it, and then puck will get up to the blue line. Downey holds it in. Over to Chard on the near side. Chard, nice little move. Puts in front of the net, tries to get on the stick of Milne, but it bobbles over. Back to Chard again, sends it over. Tip play off Milne, intended for Palmer, however. Another chance again, shot by Chard. That goes off the bar and out of play. As the Nationals take another great chance, but cannot capitalize. As we are over halfway through this penalty, and the Nationals have nothing to show for it as of yet.
Yeah, just a good hard shot by Chard, and again, just finds the outside portion of the post, and because of the fact that it didn't go off the goaltender, it ends up coming outside.
Over to Scott. Scott, lead pass up for Fagan. Fagan, cross the blue line. He's going to hold on to the puck. Sends it down low to Hirsch. Back up the wall. Over to Scott again. Back to Fagan. Fagan takes a shot. That goes off a leg. McNamara, he's going to try to push his man off the puck and does. Gets it up to Scott at the blue line. Over to Fagan. Fagan walks in. Over to Scott. Scott winds up, fires right on net. Kaprowski makes another save. Back down behind the net. Fagan picks it up, ends up putting it off the skate of the ref. Kept in at the blue line, but not long enough as Scott gets pressured and loses the puck. Scott gets a turnover, tries to get up to Hirsch. Lead passes, just goes all the way down, and now we'll go into the National zone. Minute and a half remaining here on the power play. 2 minutes left in the period. Puck comes up, nice steal from Aerosmith. Aerosmith's gonna bring it in, shoots and scores! Beautiful shot by Aerosmith, and the Nationals take a 5-0 lead.
Oh, I talked about the release of Blake Aerosmith's shot, and this is prime example of it. Gets this puck off the turnover, him and McNamara collide. There is not much room there from Kapowski, and he ends up just getting it just under the glove and rips another shot. And he is getting himself on a heater. Now his 9th on the campaign. He got the OT winner last night in Strathboy. It's on the board here tonight.
Aerosmith takes that, puts it up top like toys in an attic. Amazing work, as that goal will not change anything going on with the power play. So the Nationals will just have a 5-0 lead here, and still a minute 17 of power play time. Actually, no, or not, as the refs decided to call it off, as down comes LePayne. He tries to drive down low, as the puck gets sent all the way back behind the net. Nationals get the steal right up, trying to get it up to Baldwin. Gets it over to LePayne. LePayne just gets pinned right along the boards, gets some help as Chipman just gets hammered from behind into the boards, and another penalty coming as Kopchuk takes a shot. LePayne stays with after taking that hard hit. Pace Roth keeps it at the blue line. Sends it down into the corner, and they'll touch it up, and now do call the penalty, as LePayne seems to be okay after taking a brutal hit right along the boards.
Yes, cross-checking is going to be the call. As again, just in hard on the play there was Hugen. And he's going straight to the dressing room as well, as his night might potentially be over, or he might have just gotten the 2 and the 10-minute misconduct. We'll again see what goes on the game sheet. So once again, Komoka is going to have to send another player to the penalty box. And so again, London's going to end this period and start the next on the power play. See if they can get themselves on the board, as they were not able to get themselves, or they did get themselves a goal there inside of that 7 minutes.
Jackson Doyle heads into the box to serve the penalty. So it is just 2 minutes up on the board. Downey, he gets it over to Palmer. Back up to Downey at the blue line. He's going to come in. He takes a shot from distance. That goes off the body of Kaprowski. Puck sent hard around the boards. Picked up by Chard on the near side. Chard trying to find that opening. He gets stopped up. Given over to Milne. Milne drives the middle, takes a shot and puts it up top. But great glove save by Kaprowski, as he's not going to let that happen twice in a row.
Once again, Milne trying to do the same thing that Lucas Chard did, which is find that tight space on the glove side on Kaprowski, but does a good job of keeping the glove right in that spot, not allowing that chance from Milne.
Face-off gets scrummed, but Aerosmith picks it up. He tried to put it in front of the net, hoping for McNamara to be there, but the Kings will clear it down the length of the ice. Just under 30 seconds left here as Brandon Scott will pick it up. Lead pass up to Aerosmith. Aerosmith's got room. He's going to bring it across the blue line. Drop pass for Hirsch. Tries to send it back down to Aerosmith. Sent back up along the board. Scott can't hold the zone, and that's going to do it here for our second period. As time winds down, the Nationals just piling it on here as they put up another 3 on the Kings, as they will head into the third period up by a score of 5-0. We will be right back with our second intermission. You are watching London Nationals hockey here on Rogers TV.
I started volunteering for Rogers last year in March, I want to say. So I grew up playing sports. I loved hockey growing up. My dad was a really big hockey player, so he got me into it, and I would always watch hockey games and that sort of thing.
but I really want to branch out of my comfort zone, and that's what Rogers has also allowed me to do. I've learned to think on my feet really quick, how to kind of put myself out there in ways that I wouldn't before, and just be fearless in terms of that. I would say just go, show up, do it once. If you don't like it, that's okay. You don't have to go again, but you might just absolutely love it. There's so much diversity and variety within that you can try, and you're almost just bound to find something that you're gonna love.
Welcome back, fans. I am joined with Nationals forward Quinn McNamara. Now, Quinn, you've been named to the top prospects game on December 27th. What does that do for your confidence?
Oh, it boosted it a lot. I was a little worried, maybe because we had a lot of good 06s on our team who I thought could go, but I'm glad I got the chance to go there.
You lay out a lot of big hits on the ice. How does physicality play a role in your game?
I think that's the main part of my game. I think people see me for my hits and my fights maybe, but mostly hits, so yeah.
Now, your team participated in Secret Santa a couple days ago. Can you tell us who your Secret Santa was and what they got you?
So I had Tommy, our equipment manager, and he got me a $50 gift card to Tim Hortons and a nice Christmas shirt.
And who Secret Santa were you?
I got Brandon Scott, and I got him some necessities and some candy.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Quinn. Happy holidays. We'll be right back with some more London Nationals hockey here on Rogers TV after this.
Ani, I'm Carolyn King, and I'm a member of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation and the creator of the Moccasin Identifier. Philip Cote, an artist in Toronto here, took and redrew real moccasins. We're starting over with the children. The idea is that they would research whose land their school is built on, near, or what treaty area they're in. And the educational kit that we have has all that information in there. And the children just, love it. My dream is that this province will be covered with moccasin identifiers within the next decade, and they will forever know whose land they're on. That's the goal. Educate and awareness with a nice, simple little program called the Moccasin Identifier.
I'm Nicole Martin, the proud ambassador for the Comfort Bear program. Comfort Bears provide these cuddly bears to local children who are terminally ill, facing trauma, or battling a serious illness. Every $20 donation will place a Comfort Bear into the loving arms of a child involved in our program. It is our hope to distribute 1,000 bears in 2022. Please join us and provide comfort to kids in their time of need.
Game Day London brings readers behind the scenes and beyond the box score, offering news, analysis, long form, and interviews, all produced by local journalists. Catch the coverage at GameDayLondon.com. Back here at our cozy broadcast booth as the Nationals continue to pour it on the Komoka Kings and now have themselves a cozy 5-0 lead after 40 minutes of play.
Yeah, the Nationals are just continuing to stoke the fire here so far in this contest, being able to put up a 5 spot now in this game with the likes of Aerosmith getting on the board and Brandon Scott from the point. And then it all started there with Austin Gubermont just getting into the middle of the ice, just trying to wrist around the net.
Gubermont has one of the sneakiest wrist shots we've seen on this team in quite some time. And Brandon Scott has had a knack for finding the back of the net. 2 goals in 2 weeks for him. and you see how excited he gets as well. And then Aerosmith doing a great job just continuing his incredible performance in the last month or so. Just doing everything he can to get himself on the board. He's got to have sweet emotions just running every time he gets on the ice.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And a bit of an adjustment for him now that he's wearing the full-on cage. We've seen him here previously at the Western Fair wearing the fishbowl, the fake glass helmet portion. So when he got the call up last Friday, he got to go play up with the London Knights, and now he's starting to adopt that cage feel. So certainly a bit of a change for both guys like Fagan and Aerosmith, who now are rocking cages instead of the fishbowl.
Absolutely, it's a different change. I know that from her personally. Like, I went from a cage to a fishbowl myself, and it just comes and goes with what you like out there on the ice. But as we said with Fagan as well, just one of the guys who came out and actually had that chance to get an opportunity with the London Knights recently as well, and got the fun special treatment that we typically see with most rookies.
Yes, he got the rookie skate, as they always call it in the Ontario Hockey League. He got the call up on Friday against the Owen Sound Attack. And there's the shot right there as he's the only one on. Again, his first game likely wearing the cage at the OHL level. All rookies at the OHL level, when they go up for their first games and when they're up there, like the amount of games that Fagan might play with the Knights this season, has to wear the cage. And wore a different number. He wears number 4 here for the Nationals, but he wears number 67 up for the Knights. So just a cool little moment for Fagan to be able to get his OHL debut. And he played pretty well. He played a real solid defensive game. Didn't really play as aggressively as we see him play here at the Western Fair Sports Center. Didn't get the amount of ice time that we see him here, but that's expected when you're going up with the OHL club, to just get limited minutes and just play that safe, sound game.
Still finish a +1 on the night, and if you're a D-man, an uneventful night is a good night. That means the puck's not going in on your end of the ice. Now, looking at what we also saw tonight, going through the action, Fagan is one of these guys who we can focus on as well, as the physicality continue to pick up here in the second period of action, and just the Nationals continue to just impose their will and get the rough stuff going here on the Kings.
Yeah, London just been able to be dogged on the puck all night and just throwing their weight around. We know, obviously, Quinn McNamara, like he mentioned in his interview with Sophie, he loves to throw the hits. Maybe a little bit of fighting in there too, but we won't exactly say that he loves to fight. But nonetheless, just this Nationals group, we've seen it time and time again this season, just throwing the weight around. And then here on this play, you can just see Baldwin gets involved there with Milligan, and Milligan ends up getting the hook, as he just ends up dropping the gloves. And he got 2 instigator penalties plus a 5-minute major for fighting, and then the cross-check as well later on in that period as well to Huge, and he got a game misconduct as well, plus that 2-minute minor. So Komoka taking more of the less physical plays that end up resulting in them being removed. The Nationals are making the safe physical plays, just going shoulder to shoulder. The open ice hit by Fagan after the goal from Aerosmith, being able to just go from shoulder to shoulder, from hands to chest, just making clean, solid plays.
Nationals only taken 2 penalties on the night so far, and that ended up with that 5-on-3 we saw earlier in the game, doing a great job killing that off. But with the power play as well, with that 7-minute, Nationals for the first bit of it looked a little hesitant with their passing. It wasn't very crisp when they tried to set up a lot of those one-timers in the slot, but couldn't able to capitalize on any of them. Comes down to that Aerosmith goal, picking it up, and so they managed to get another power play goal on the night. So 2 so far tonight, really good showing for them. Exactly what you needed from this team, as the power plays looked a lot differently tonight.
Yeah, we've seen just a few little adjustments. Like you mentioned during that second period, that second power play unit has 2 defensemen now on that unit, and it's been working so far here tonight, with Fisher being able to get on the board there as well in tonight's contest. So it's good things to see from new head coach Brian McAllister, just making those little small adjustments so far working in tonight's contest.
40 minutes down, 20 minutes left to go. We will see which team reigns supreme as we get set for our holiday season. You can see we're celebrating already. We'll see if the Nationals do at the end of the night.
Treaty in Cree is Naskomitoin, an oral agreement. And our agreements were always spoken. For George Spence, the core of treaty was Wichihioin, to help one another.
And so we, the commissioners,
He was there for the making of Treaty 9, where the Cree were told,
we will honor this agreement together for as long as the sun shines and the waters flow.
the Cree made their mark because they were assured that the land would be shared and they would always be able to harvest what they needed. George Spence was my great-grandfather. In his life, he saw many promises of the treaty go unfulfilled.
Treaties were essential to the creation of Canada. First Nations still fight for the agreements to be honored.
I did it.
I need it.
The hero gave it.
And I am alive.
As an organ donor, you can save up to 8 lives and enhance the lives of 75 others. Please go to our website. Pledge a gift of life. You'll be glad you did.
As we get set here for our third period of action, we take a look at our next contest here on Rogers TV as the Chatham Maroons will be in town. That is January 10th, same time, same place, 7 o'clock Eastern here on Rogers TV. And as we get set here, we talked earlier, right after the first period, about the top prospects for the Nationals. Now we're going to take a look at some of the players heading from the Komoka Kings as well. And not surprising, we're seeing Koprowski in there. We're seeing his amazing performance in between the pipes tonight, doing a great job for the Kings, but also seeing Hubin head over and Chanderdat both there as well. Not too surprising with these guys.
Yeah, a nice welcome reward for those three players. And then as well, Owen Van de Ven, he's also going to go on Team Shepley, as all of those 06 players love to have that opportunity to go to a top prospects game. And for those 4 players on the Komoka Kings, that's going to be something that they're going to remember for the rest of their junior careers, being able to go to the top prospects game, being able to play against some of the league's best players in that top prospects game, being able to go best on best, kind of basically like an all-star game for the 06 born players, and something that they'll always remember.
I've been to a couple of those over the years, and it is a great game to see, that's for sure. So Nationals start on this third period with a 52-second power play, and we'll see if they can extend their lead at all here in the third, as the Nationals up 5-0 here to start the third period. Face-off win by the Kings. Picked up by Van de Ven as he tries to clear the zone. Quickly stolen off his stick. Picked up now by Alexander as that almost gets stopped up. Right at the blue line, Downey gets a hold of it. Nationals going to get a chance to set up now. Cross ice to Palmer. Palmer takes a shot. That gets blocked. Finds it again. Sends it back up. Tries to get to the middle of the ice. Picked up by Downey, and they'll be sent down. Puck ends up just stopping while the ice surface is a little still wet from the Zamboni. As Downey picks it up right at the top. Over to Palmer. Palmer takes a shot, and scores! Beautiful shot by Talon Palmer. And another power play marker on the board as the Nationals make it 6-0.
Well, we've seen some great defensive plays from Talon Palmer tonight. How about a little offense? As he does a great job of keeping this puck in on this play, as Downey has control, and you can just see it. It gets down to Palmer, and Palmer just rips it post to post and back of the net. Palmer again, he's proving why he's one of the leaders on this Nationals team offensively. Now up to 13 goals on the campaign, 26 points, trying to keep up with a guy like Nolan Milne and Lucas Chard for the top 3 in scoring.
And just as we start here in the third period, the Kings did make a goaltending change to start this period. Koprowski is out, and in comes Connor Davis as he gets his chance to close out this game here for the Kings. Davis only 3 starts now, 0-3 on the season with an .807 save percentage. So he's going to try to hopefully just hold the fort down here. Not a great way to start when you have the Nationals power play coming right down at you to start the period. Aerosmith down to Palmer. Palmer tries to put it right out front. That gets stopped up. Trying again to get it out, but cannot. Kings clear the zone. Fagan sends it back. Puck gets picked up and brought across up to the blue line by Van Arenthals. Gets stopped up. One of the Nationals gets caught in tight. That's Chipman. As Nationals going to try a long, clear, cross-ice pass over to Aerosmith. Aerosmith across the blue line. Gets it over. Takes a shot right on the side of the net. Trying to pick it up. Still battling for it. Nationals still trying to go for it. Guys, Guvermont tries to move it up. The Kings do keep it almost to the blue line, but Fagan picks it up now. PJ Fagan stops up, still keeps with it. He's going to send it back behind the net for Guvermont. That bounces over his stick. Picked up by Matthews. Matthews clears the zone, but picks up by Fagan right at the blue line as he takes the zone again. Puck left right at the blue line for Guvermont. Guvermont puts it on net, intended for McNamara to get a piece of it in front. Sent back behind the net. Puck is picked up. Here comes Ethan Alexander. Nice little moves. He takes the zone. He gets a hit. As Receipt and the Nationals get the puck right back. Guvermont loses it in his feet. Next to go for a change. The Nationals trying to bring out a new line. Walker, or Van de Ven, brings it up. Brought in, takes a shot just over the net. Another great chance by Zach Hubin. Puck comes out, Ethan Alexander tries to get a piece of it. Tipped it up, Hubin. Right on top of Rogers. And Doyle will pick it up and bring it into the offensive zone. Stolen by Hirsch, or by Fisher. Fisher moves it out. Van de Ven sends it right back in the offensive zone. Hubin, he gets it up. Picked up now by Rogers. Rogers got 2-on-1, 3-on-2. Walks in, Rogers takes a shot and puts it just wide. Collected by Doyle, he sends it down to Hirsch. Hirsch going to carry it in front of the net. Still hanging on to it, trying to find that open lane. Sends it behind the net to Rogers. Rogers quickly brings it out front, takes a shot. Saved by Davis. Back up to the blue line. Scott, he sends it down low. Held on to by Hirsch again. Hirsch tries to drive the middle of the ice. Gets boxed out by Doyle. Back up to the blue line. Still trying to keep it in as the Nationals. Hirsch, he can't quite do it. 2-on-1 developing here for the Kings. Brought in, cross ice. That goes high. It's a nice defensive play off the stick of Downey. And now picked up by Rogers. He'll try to break it out. Off to Hirsch. Hirsch has LePayne with him. Hirsch brings it in. Nice little move. Brings it down low. Shoots and puts it just off the post. Has a great work down low by Jeremy Hirsch, but can't convert. Nationals moving into the offensive zone. Puck put hard around the boards. Off the wall, big hit attempted there by Pace Rock, but just great evasion made by Krusenberg. And we'll see a roughing call coming here to PJ Fagan. He'll be heading to the box.
Fagan going for a boarding call here. As again, here's the play there by Fagan as he ends up just taking out his man, not having the puck, so boarding will be the call. I'm not quite sure about that as he really just took the puck away. No real dangerous play out of Fagan there, but Komoka ends up getting a power play out of it, and so now they'll try to go to work and try to get one past Carter Froggatt, who's been good in here tonight, only making 14 saves so far.
Puck gets up to the blue line. Kings hold on to it. Over to Jackson Doyle. Doyle's got room. Sends it back cross ice. Now down low. Kings doing a good job moving the puck. Some crisp passing. Doyle, he sends it down low. Picked up by Chanderdat, who went out trying to move it out. Kings try to hold it at the blue line. Fisher gets it up, now gets it out. Nationals gets a bit of room now. Lucas Chard with Milne. Chard brings it out front, tries to drive right away on Davis. Chard gets taken down to the ice. Milne gets a steal. Kings finally break it out, and they'll get it up the ice. Hubin across the blue line. Drop pass comes in. Shot right onto Froggatt, and Froggatt makes the save. First shot of the period by the Kings. Only 15 so far on the night. Kings had 11 in the first period and 3 in the second. They need to try to get something going to turn anything around here against the Nationals.
Yeah, Froggatt had a quiet second period there, but and when I say quiet, he had to make that one diving play there. Besides that, he had a quiet period and got pretty lonely.
Played down low, Palmer tries to get a piece of it. Comes up, here's the zone. Kings bring it right inside, takes a shot, Froggatt makes the save. As Korab comes in, puts another shot on net. Puck comes up, Nationals get a piece of it as Palmer's going to clear the zone. Palmer and Chip, Palmer's giving it up to Chipman. Chipman brings it in, he's going to kill off some more clock. Van de Ven, he's going to get the steal, tries to bring it up. Stolen off him by Alexander. Alexander trying to find a way into the offensive zone. Drop pass down low for Korab. Can't quite get to it in time as Fisher will send it around the boards for Downey. Downey up the boards. Nationals take the zone and Palmer just offside. And another close play, but the Nationals will have a face-off just outside the Kings zone. 10 seconds left in the power play.
Yeah, and a bit of a skirmish right there is Chipman getting in the face there of Korab right in front of the Komoka bench. He had a few things to say. There from down, he was just a little bit offside there as he tried to go in backwards in the offensive zone, nothing doing. And so now a face-off will come all the way down inside London territory. As you can see, the officials just having a conversation there with the London forwards.
Puck played around, going to be sent up the wall. Picked up by Walker, he'll keep it in the zone. Dropped for Tanner Dat. Penalty expires, Fagan back out on the ice. Fubin's going to quickly try to move it. He's got Rogers right on top of him. Back up to Walker, the blue line. Walker takes a shot right on net. And gloved down by Froggatt, and he'll hang on.
Well, now the Kings have matched their shot total in period number 2 as they've now gotten 3 here in this third, and all pretty routine here for Froggatt. And backing up tonight is not Hayden Sabrin. Sabrin not available in tonight's game. It actually is Ben Kraft. He's playing for the U18 AAA London Junior Knights, and we noticed in the warm-up that he is quite the large goaltender, as Froggatt has the big size, but Kraft is also pretty big as well out there on the bench.
Gives me reminders of David Ovsjanikov with his size and also wearing the 35 as well, sitting out on the bench. So not likely we're going to see anything of Ben Kraft tonight, but just a nice experience at least to get to suit up on with one of the bigger clubs, and maybe things to come for him if things go his way.
Yes, and I can always remember when Ovsjanikov was here with the Nationals that he was the one who really started with the OHL fans.
Brought back down low, play right in front, loose puck. Davis flopping around and does manage to keep it out. And the bouncing puck's going to go all the way down the length of the ice. Froggatt will come out to play it and send it behind them. Send it right through the blue paint, actually. It looked like he was going to go behind the net, but puts it through the blue paint. No one there to pick it up, thankfully. As now it's picked up by Aerosmith. He's going to move it to the front of the net. Holds on to it, tries to put it in front on the shot by Hirsch. But he gets stopped, and now the puck will be sent back down into the Nationals' end. Loose puck, bounces out. Collected by Hirsch. He blows a tire. Kopchuk will move it up into the offensive zone, but quickly turned over and picked up by Carter Lawrence. That gets brought down. Nice lead pass goes right up the gut to Rogers. Rogers brings it in. Drop pass for Hirsch. Hirsch takes a shot right off the pad of Davis. Nationals get it right back, but end up turning it over off a steal from Alexander. Stolen by Scott now. Scott gets it up to Hirsch along the wall. Hirsch clears the zone, keeps on side. Great reach by McNamara. McNamara takes a hit along the boards. Puck stays in. Bouncing puck, nice steal and walked in. Downey takes a shot and he goes in for another one. Another great chance, but Davis makes the save.
And we're going to take a look here. Carter Froggatt has had an interesting night. He's Superman dived for the puck, and he almost scientifically proved that there is a possibility that you can score on your own net from behind the goal line as he went out to play that puck. You know, preferably you'd like to see your goaltender play it around the boards, but he tried to make a stretch pass and it almost ended up costing him.
Puck comes all the way in from distance, right onto Froggatt. He'll hold on and gobble that up.
And at the same time, you know, you kind of think, well, what is he thinking at what he type is thinking on that type of play? But at the same time, you kind of love it. Kind of goaltenders are always quirky. We've seen guys like former Nats goaltender Zach Springer take pucks off his head in warm-up, and Froggatt during games just likes to dive and do all sorts of crazy things.
They are a weird breed, our goaltenders. I know that from experience. I remember once we were traveling up to one of the top prospect games with a couple of the Nationals goalies and hearing them complain that they didn't get all the shots counted for them that they thought they did before, in the game before. It's ridiculous what you can hear from some goaltenders, but they care about the shots on net and their save percentage. Puck comes up to the blue line. Nationals try to hold the zone, but quickly turned over. Fisher managed to get it back to get it over to Downey on the near side. Downey back into the middle of the ice. Baldwin comes in. He takes a shot, gloved and blocked away by Davis. McNamara, he throws a hit. Coming up to the puck is Van de Ven. He stops up short of the red line. Gets it over to Walker on the near side. Walker back to Van de Ven. Van de Ven tries to get across ice to Doyle. That gets picked off. Now to Chard. Chard comes in, takes a shot, glove down by Davis. Nice flash of the leather by the Komoka netminder. Our third period brought to you by Great White Wealth Management. Getting his confidence up as Davis after another decent save.
Yeah, we haven't quite seen any Windmill Wednesdays yet in tonight's contest, so Davis gets himself involved and, so, like you mentioned, slowly getting his confidence here in this game.
Play behind the net. Nationals pick it right back up. Chard almost gets pushed right off the puck. Stays with it, however. Sends it below the red line to Milne. Milne cycles back. He's trying to find an opening. Gets it in his feet. Still hangs on. Back pass sent over. He's going to get a penalty. Milne's going to get a penalty on this play. And a bit of an awkward one as Milne going to get a call here as he gets pushed into one of the Kings players. And high sticking is the call.
And he is not happy. As you can see, he's being slid into there, and then the stick just accidentally clips the Kings forward. And regardless of whether or not you make contact, as he ends up kind of being pushed into there, as he kind of got twisted around, but regardless, the referee puts the arm up. Penalty is called. Komoka on the power play.
Taking a closer look at that as well, it's actually the Komoka player who hits his teammate in the face. So Milne has a case here. He did not do anything wrong. But regardless, the Kings get another power play opportunity. They are 0-for-4 on the night. And the Nationals going to get the puck down low. Here comes Chard. Chard waits for it, holds on, comes in, takes a shot right on target. Hirsch swings away. He gets knocked down to the ice. Chard sticks with it right along the boards. He gets pinned in. Puck gets picked up over to Van de Ven. Sends it cross ice. Puck gets stolen. Puck does come out to the to the red line. King's going to have to reset. Cuban. He brings it in. He gets the puck stripped off his stick. Palmer's going to collect it down in the corner. Nice drop pass, gets it over to Fagan. Fagan tries to clear the zone, kept in by Van de Ven. Van de Ven puts it right through the middle of the ice. Nobody there to get a stick on it. Chanderdown on the far side, now over to Lawrence. Back, cross ice, walks in, takes a shot. Beautiful glove save by Froggatt as he knocks that down and holds out.
Yeah, Komoka does a nice job there of just opening up the ice, and again, Froggatt comes across beautifully and just takes it away. There's a reason why he's the third goaltender for the Windsor Spitfires so far this season. He's gotten to appear in a couple of games for the Spits this season, and even though he wasn't able to get a win in his debut a couple of weeks ago down in Windsor against the Rangers, still playing well here with the Nationals.
Puck comes up, the Kings going to reset again. Cycling it back. Draw pass for Lawrence. Lawrence throws it cross ice. Doyle, he'll get it into the offensive zone as he takes a linesman out. And we're going to see a penalty coming here. It'll be to the Nationals again. And another penalty that's most likely going to come here on just the unnecessary play as Brandon Scott comes in to help defend. As Chipman just stands right over the puck, just ignoring it, making the Kings take the play. And then an unnecessary hit thrown there by Carter Lawrence as he takes Chipman down hard to the ice.
Yeah, just a flurry of activity as here's the tripping call as that ends up taking down the linesman on the play, and then Chipman just gets a straight cross check into the midsection there as that gets called as well. So out of that, we're going to end up getting coincidentals as the faceoff's going to be outside of London's zone. So we will remain 5-on-4 briefly for 4 seconds, and then we'll go 5-on-5 as we're all just getting situated here. As it actually looks like we're going to go 4-on-3 and then 4-on-4 is, I think, yes, we are going to maybe get it situated as, yes, we are going to end up being 4-on-4.
Or no, we'll be 4-on-3 right now. Yes. The Nationals should be shorthanded. Oh, no, it's going to be 5-on-4.
Yeah.
Okay. Everything's all finally worked out here. Back out on the ice comes Nolan Milne just in time as the Nationals going to bring it up ice. Hirsch tries to get up to the blue line, quickly turned over off his stick. And he brought back down. Alexander going to quickly move it into the National zone. Froggatt comes out to play the puck. Lead pass, Hirsch. He'll move it out, intended for Milne. Off the wall, kept in by Aerosmith. Drop pass, get it picked up by the Nationals. They maintain possession. Hirsch, nice little move, keeps it on his stick. Trying to find that open lane to shoot. Over to Fisher. Fisher's got that shot, takes it, goes right off the leg in front of the net of Walker. McNamara, he'll pick it up in the far corner. He gets taken down to the ice. Could hear Talon Palmer in the bench in front of me asking for a call. Puck comes out, Alexander. Holds on to the puck. Puts it right along the boards. Kings trying to get something moving here. Over to Van de Ven on the far side. He walks in, he takes a shot right on net, and Froggatt holds on and goes right in the breadbasket.
And now with 6 minutes to go, shots now 34-22 in favor of the Nationals. 56 shots total so far in tonight's contest from both teams. And Froggatt so far the better of the two goaltenders, as again Kapowski not in this game now. He got pulled to start the third period, and Connor Davis, after allowing that one goal, has been able to stop the puck since.
Puck goes down into the corner, just a hit trying to get teed up, but just misses. Comes back up to the blue line. Van de Ven, he's going to hold the line. Gets stolen by Baldwin. And he gets stripped of the puck, coming back in across the blue line, skirting. Froggatt comes out to play, puts him hard at the wall. Lawrence gets it, and he'll keep it in the zone. Fights off Rogers. Cross-ice pass right over to Van de Ven at the point. Van de Ven makes a nice little move. He's going to put it right in front. Walking in, taking the shot, and just puts it wide. Lawrence Alexander, he keeps it in. Nice little spin move down low by Apthorpe. Puck comes up. Picked up by Rogers. He makes a nice little spin, stays on side, puts it in front of the net, takes a shot by Gouvermont, just puts it over the shoulder. Back in front of the net, Baldwin, he takes a shot. That goes off a leg. Nationals still maintain possession. Another shot right on net, right into the legs of Davis, and he'll hang on.
Oh, a pretty little spin move by Atlee Rogers right at center ice as he ends up getting this feed from Palmer and just ends up getting it towards the net. As again, just gets it on the tape. Gouvermont, little touch over to Rogers. Rogers pivot, gets into Gouvermont, just unable to try to go backhand to forehand. So a beautiful chance there by the Nationals, just unable to cash in.
Walks in, quick shot on net by Chipman, but right into the chest of Davis, and he hangs on.
Yeah, we haven't quite seen the offense from Colton Chipman as of late. But again, another guy that can provide you that offensive depth here for this Nationals roster. Still potentially looking to add some more players, as GM Tony Mandarelli has said he's always on the phone looking to try to see how he can make this team better.
Goal, as is for pretty much every season for a London Nationals team, is Sutherland Cup or bust. And this is a team that is coming together a lot better in recent weeks. Kings brand across the blue line. Jackson Doyle. Nice little touch pass right into the slot. Takes a shot right on net. Beautiful walk in by Matthews. But Froggatt stands tall. Nationals in their own zone, in the offensive zone. LePayne tries the toe drag, just out of his, just rolls off the toe of his stick. Chard tries a little move right along the far boards. Picked up now by LePayne. LePayne carries it in, tries to put cross ice onto the stick of Chipman. Now picked up again, Downey. Off to LePayne. LePayne drops it over. Cross ice into the middle, straight for Chard. Chard takes a shot, just puts it off the blocker of Davis and wide. Fisher, he gets another shot on net. That finds its way through traffic, and Davis tracks it well and hangs on. Gets the whistle. As you can see, Coach Brian McAllister is putting the lines in a bit of a blender right now. And we're seeing a new line out there with Chard, out there with Chipman and LePayne.
Yeah, when you're up 5-6 late in the third period, you can put the lines in a blender. Now you've got out there Palmer, Wood, and Milne. So no real change to that line, as they wanted to try to continue to get that line actually going. Palmer's the only real forward out there that has driven the offense as well. Palmer and Milne trying to get themselves going, as well as Riley Wood.
Puck picked up. Wood, he'll just spin and fire it into the offensive zone. Picked up by Palmer down low. Palmer puts it right through the crease, trying to hit Milne in front of the net. And the puck will be picked up. Van de Ven, he's going to just drive the offense the other way, and we're going to see another penalty coming here to the Nationals. As interference is the call, as Fisher will be heading to the box for 2 minutes or less.
Second penalty of the game for Fisher, and really just gets in the way of Van de Ven, and just takes him down to the ice. And so another power play here for the Kings. See if the Nationals can continue to kill, as their penalty kill numbers will certainly increase.
Quick face-off win by the Kings as they try to burn it right back out front. Put it up to the blue line for Van de Ven. Holds on, nice little move, get around Palmer. Sends it down low. Kings trying to get their setup going. Sent back up to the blue line, held on to by Lawrence. Now over to Van de Ven. Two D partners going back and forth. Van de Ven actually gets it forced off his stick by Milne. Milne's got room to work. Brings it across the blue line. He's got Palmer with him. Sends it right in front. Palmer couldn't get there in time, but will collect the puck on the far near side. Milne, he takes a hit. Puck still in his feet as he just continues to battle for it. Puck finally squeezes out, and it's going to come all the way back down to the National zone, where Pace Roth gets a chance to hold on to it and just cycle that puck around and kill more time on the clock. Over to Fagan. Fagan, hard pass, just a little too much for Pace Roth. Will go down the length of the ice. as the Nationals do a full change with their penalty killers. Puck comes raining along the boards. Jarvis, he dumps it in. Froggatt comes out to play it. Froggatt's going to clear the zone, and it'll go all the way down the length of the ice. Just under 2 minutes remaining here in the third period. 30 seconds remaining here in the power play. Van Arenthal, he puts it right out front. Nice tip play right in front of the net by Alexander. But Froggatt looks like he just got a piece of it to send it wide. Walker behind the net. Tries to move it up. Gets back on the stick of Alexander. Brings in, takes a shot. That gets deflected on the stick of Kopchuk. Puck just bows right along the board. Nationals trying to move it out and will. Picked up by Rogers. Penalties expired. 5-on-5 here. 1 minute left. Nationals bring it right in tight. Saved by Davis. And the puck is sent right along the boards. We're going to see a whistle blow here on a high stick. No penalty, it looks like, but just the call.
Yeah, puck ended up being knocked away by a high stick by the Kings right in front of the net. Into the faceoff will end up staying inside of Komoka territory, and now with a minute to go, not surprised to see the third/fourth line out here with Baldwin, McNamara, and Hirsch throwing out their more physical line just to close this game out.
Puck goes up quickly right into the rafters and will reset once again. So it's now 38-23 in favor of the Nationals.
And an interesting stat from one of our camera operators tonight, they have done a count. There is actually 21 pucks that are currently up in the rafters right now. So interesting to note to see at the end of the year if they'll bring them down, or will they elect to just keep them up there and see how many can fit.
Not too surprised, we see quite a few end up in that area as PJ Fagan just driving right down low. Puck ends up going right between the skates of Lawrence, and the old puck being sent up, goes off a leg. Hirsch tries to drive down on it again. Lawrence picks it up. He'll float that into the neutral ice. Puck comes down, partial 2-on-1, sends it over, and just goes off the toe of the stick of Korab. Puck was sent down the length of the ice. Foot race for the puck. Hirsch picks it up right along the boards, and that will do it here as Carter Froggatt gets his first ever GOJHL shutout in a fantastic outing as the Nationals just smothered the Kings 6-0. And the celebration is on as the Nationals start their holiday celebrations early. A 6-0 win. We'll be right back with our final thoughts and 3 stars here on Nationals Hockey on Rogers TV.
When I grew up as a little boy, I wanted to be in sports broadcasting, and doing volunteering with Rogers TV allows the experience and the opportunity for me to chase my dreams, but also to achieve them at the local level, and that's why I chose to be with Rogers TV. I would say to those who are wanting to be an on-air talent is to focus on the little things, being able to work behind the scenes, but also be able to learn the craft, study hard, be prepared, and not be afraid of the camera, because sometimes when you get on the camera for the first time, being able to be a part of this London Nationals broadcast is certainly a great opportunity, and one that I certainly will never forget. For my advice, it's continue to be who you are, but also being able to work hard and chase your goals in what you want to be as a volunteer.
celebration there. PJ Fagan comes in, big hugs all around as Carter Froggatt picks up his first career GOJHL shutout as the Nationals win here 6-0 on home ice and head into the holiday break happy with a big 2 points that puts them into a tie for first place with the LaSalle Vipers.
Yeah, a good, impressive game in here tonight for Carter Froggatt, being able to get the shutout. Hayden Sabrin actually had a shutout as well against the Komoka Kings this season. So now both of Sabrin and Froggatt have shutouts on the campaign, and the Nationals overall had a very solid 60 minutes in here tonight. Brandon Scott getting himself on the board again, Aerosmith, and all the other National players really stepped up in this game, being able to shut out this Komoka Kings squad and continue to get the wins. Now 4 straight after losing 4 in a row.
Good look for the new coach, Brian McAllister, as well, in his first time behind the bench as coach here at home ice. And I think the story of the game here as well is that special teams for the Nationals overall, picking up 3 power play goals tonight and picking up no clean sheet on the penalty kill. Just some great efforts all around. This is what you kind of need to see out of this team going forward.
Yeah, it's just what the doctor ordered, especially on the penalty kill side of the game. They didn't allow the Kings to really get any golden scoring opportunities when on the special teams, and that's just credit to the unit, just boxing players out, not allowing anything in the inside portion, just getting the puck, getting it outside, and just doing a good job overall. So the Nationals want to continue that momentum on the penalty kill and continue to try to climb those ranks in the special teams.
Absolutely. Still lots of hockey left to go here in the season, but for now, the Nationals pick up a big win. We'll send it down to Sophie for our 3 stars. Sophie?
Thanks, guys. Well, the Nationals will be heading into the holiday break with a win thanks to tonight's impressive performance. And now for our 3 stars. Our 3rd star tonight is Talon Palmer. He has a goal and assist for the Nationals. The 2nd star is Nationals defenseman Brandon Scott with a goal and assist tonight as well. And the 1st star is Nationals goalie Carter Froggatt, who recorded his first ever GOJHL shutout. Our next broadcast will be January 10th at 7 p.m. against the Chatham Maroons. And on behalf of myself, Kyle, Jeremy, and the crew, thank you so much for watching London Nationals hockey here on Rogers TV, and happy holidays.
Species of gar in Ontario. What's the other one?
The other one is a long-nosed gar.
I think we should compare them. So side by side, they already look similar. This is the spotted. You can see the spotted, but wow, they're very similar.
Yeah, so the main 2 ways you can tell them apart. One, as you just mentioned, the spots. As you can see, our spotted gar has beautiful spotting along its snout and also along all of its fins around its body. But the main way we tell them apart is through their snout. So as you can see, spotted gar has a very short and wide snout in comparison to our long-nosed gar, which has a very long and almost needle-like nose.
So having them out obviously could harm them, no? Or
yeah,
they're fine. But
so most fish you definitely want to keep in water. But the one very cool thing about gars is that they can actually gulp air.
Oh.
So just like you and I, they have a modified lung and they can actually gulp air and get oxygen that way too. So it's okay for them to be out of water for just a few minutes.
That is neat. And do the spotted gar look the same from a baby stage? Do they always have spots and stuff?
Not quite. And it's very interesting you ask that because you can't actually tell long-nosed and spotted gar apart when they are very young. So they can be a few centimeters long and you actually can't tell them apart. So you actually have to take a little fin clip and analyze it genetically to figure out what species they are.
Wow. Is the longnose at risk as well?
Nope. They're doing very well, and they do tend to exist in a lot of other areas in Ontario than the spotted gar. And that's one thing that we're not actually sure why.
Oh, interesting. Do you catch other fish while you're out and about?
We do, and we have some other cool fish to show you as well.
Well, let's check them out. So what's this little guy?
This is a fish in the sunfish family, and this is a warmouth, another species at risk.
Is it similar to the gar, where it's just like the loss of habitat and pollution that's kind of affecting these ones?
Yeah, so the really interesting thing about warmouth is they actually tend to be found in the same areas as spotted gar, so they do have a very similar distribution where they live. And as a result, unfortunately, they do suffer from a lot of the same stressors that spotted gar do.
Why does it have the name warmouth?
Yeah, I'm not sure the exact reason, but one thing you will notice that actually differentiates this fish from a lot of other fishes in the sunfish family is its nice big mouth.
So it's a battle cry. It needs a big mouth, I guess.
I think so.
Well, that's really cool. It's a relatively small fish, or is this just like a young fish?
This would be a younger fish, but I would say they would grow to approximately, the largest we've caught them is around 15 to 20 centimeters. They probably do get a bit bigger, but we haven't caught them here.
So you guys focus on the gar mostly, but what do you do when you find fish like other species? Do you kind of like catalog it, make note of it kind of thing?
Yeah, so any species that we catch, we take a picture of them, we measure how long they are, and then we just release them back into the water to live their lives.
Since you're finding these species at risk, do you think it's connected to the restoration work that's happening at the lands here, or is that something you're looking into kind of thing?
Yeah, so my work is actually just starting. So I'm conducting something called a before-after control impact study. It's a very long word, but to break it down, let's start by explaining the control and impact side of things. So we have sites that are beautiful and look like a wetland, kind of what we're sitting in right now. And they're very good positive control sites, and we're happy and we like to see fish like this, and we expect that.
Mm-hmm.
Then we also can compare that to sites that are impacted. So sites that we see have a lot of pollution or have had a lot of habitat alteration. So those stressors to our species at risk. And what we're doing right now is doing the before part. So we're measuring those control and impacted sites before the restoration work has actually happened. And then what we'll do after the work has happened is we'll come back in and do the same measurements in the same areas, and then we'll know if it's working.
Cool. So it's pretty lucky that all of this project happened then, right? Like to be the perfect site for your project in a way.
Exactly, and it's actually something that the restoration field is missing right now. So unfortunately, we do a lot of really good restoration work, but we don't monitor as often, especially beforehand. And so we don't actually know if what we're doing is helping, and if we're returning our ecosystems and beautiful wetlands to what they once were.
So you're saying a large part of your project and these projects in a whole is monitoring them. So obviously you were saying that one of the things you do is monitor the fish and you measure them. What's the importance of getting that information? Like, what does measuring tell you, measuring fish?
So fish are nice and easy in the sense that just like you and I, when they get older, they keep growing. Mm-hmm. And so a larger fish has been around much longer in general. So we measure all of our fish and then we'll compare at our different sites and before and after restoration to see what kind of age classes or what age our fish are that are using these different areas and whether it differs between them.
Well, that's great. Can you show me how to measure?
Of course, let's get you doing some measure.
Okay. Did you know about 80% of Lake Erie's water enters through the Detroit River, and most of the water exits through Niagara Falls, which connects Lake Erie and Lake Ontario?
Pollinating Purpose is a show about supporting organizations who seek to have impact in the work that they do. Whether nonprofit, for-profit, or grassroots organization, you'll learn key considerations to starting or growing your social purpose business with longevity and sustainability in mind. Along the way, you'll also hear stories from folks who are doing similar work in their community and hearing from leaders in their field on how to best approach this work.
Season's greetings and Merry Christmas, everyone. On behalf of myself, my wife Katie, and our daughter Ava, I wish the community nothing but joy and prosperity now and in the future. This is the time of year where families gather and reflect on the message of Jesus Christ. That message is one of love, togetherness, and tolerance. Let's continue to embrace that. Happy New Year, and once again, Merry Christmas.
It'd be a tragedy if we were losing one person to drug overdose every day. 5, 7, or 12 people, that would be unimaginable. But in Canada, we lose 20 people to overdose every single day. That's a crisis. Donate to help CAMH face addiction head on.
Did you know about 80% of Lake Erie's water enters through the Detroit River, and most of the water exits through Niagara Falls, which connects Lake Erie and Lake Ontario? So Craig, this is a different species. What is this one?
Yeah, so this little guy is one people might recognize from fishing off their docks. This is a pumpkin seed, so it's another fish that's in the sunfish family.
So this is a sunfish, so it's similar to the warmouth in sense of family, but it looks a little bit different. I can see it has that little orange dot. Is that where it gets its pumpkin seed name?
Yeah, that's where the name comes from. So that the little black area there is the sciencey term is the operculum, referred to as the ear flap or gill cover.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that little orange spot kind of gets you there.
Okay, neat. So, measuring this guy.
Yeah, so we're going to start with sort of the easy level, cooperative fish, which is the pumpkin seed. So if you want to just slide him out.
Spiky guy.
So that's it, yeah. Put the nose right up against the board and just place your hand over top to make sure it doesn't squirm away like that.
Calm down.
And then just pinch the two sail lobes together.
Oh, it goes down. Okay.
And then you get your measurement.
156 millimeters.
Nice. And then you can release him.
Be free. Well, this is a bigger fish.
Yeah, so now we're going to go up to the next level of fish measuring.
What's this guy?
So this is also in the sunfishes family. This is known as a black crappie, so a really popular fish amongst anglers.
Okay.
Yeah, same again.
219.
Perfect.
There's... All right, this one can go too?
Sure.
Okay. So this guy's obviously much bigger, almost comparable to the gar in size, no? Like lengthwise.
Yeah. So this is one of the coolest fish, in my opinion, that you'll find in wetlands. This is the last remaining species of a group of fishes that evolved 200 million years ago.
So are they a species at risk?
No. So what's unique about the bowfin is that they're one of the species that we would expect to find in an ecosystem like this.
So I see a lot of kind of identifying features. It's very brightly colored on the bottom and his tail. And then they've got these little things.
So those are little like protrusions or sensory organs.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And then the green, so that you can actually tell if this is a guyfish or a girlfish.
Oh.
So this one is male, and you can tell that with the beautiful green. These are spawning colors, so they sort of put on display.
Like birds, I guess.
Yeah, and then also there's a spot back here, just on the caudal fin, the tail fin, and the orange border indicates that it's a male, whereas the females, it's just black.
Just black. So obviously this guy's bigger, so I imagine he's going to be a bit more harder to measure.
Absolutely. This, on the scale of uncooperative, this one hits a 10.
Cool. Let's do it.
Give it a go. So head there. Watch now, I'll go for it. So then pin there. Okay. Hold him like that. You got it? Nice pin. And then we do the measurement.
Is this a team effort, these fish?
5.52.
Okay.
Definitely a team effort.
It was very pretty, though. You can see it even more now. Awesome. Does he go back now?
You can release.
Okay, be free. So, getting the gar back out to give it a measure. These ones seem just as long as the bowfin, but much more calm.
Yeah, they're a lot more cooperative.
about 642.
Yeah.
Big guys. Do they get much longer?
Yeah, we've caught some in the 700s.
Wow, that's awesome. So how do you kind of make sure you're not catching the same ones, or if you are catching the same ones?
Yeah, so there's a really unique tool that biologists use. It's something called a pit tag, which is a passive integrated transponder. So it's a tag that we can surgically insert into the fish, and it acts as a barcode.
Okay.
So this here is the reader, and to test it, we would press read and scan, and then we get a code. And there's a unique identifier for each tag that we put in each fish.